Diamond Tier 1 is the highest rank currently available on Master Duel, and with the right deck and a bit of skill, getting there is not all that difficult. But what if you didn't use the right deck? What if you played something off the beaten path? How far could you get? I'm Hardleg Joe, if you didn't know, and that's exactly what I do. Each month I take a different deck and see exactly how far I can push it up the Master Duel ladder. This month's deck is Fossils, a series of rock-type fusion monsters which can only be summoned with Fossil Fusion. This strange spell allows you to fuse exclusively by banishing cards from the graveyard, but you can take those materials from either player's graveyard. And if you happen to use both graves, then the monster you make can't be targeted by other monsters' effects. It's not the strongest archetype, especially considering there's only 3 other main deck monsters to support it, but when used in combination with Yu-Gi-Oh's other powerful rock monsters, Fossils can add a surprise OTK element capable of stealing games from unprepared players, especially in best of 1 format. Will that be enough to carry us into Diamond 1? You'll have to watch to find out. Here we are, June 2022, and as the intro said, my patrons have picked Fossils this month, which is something I actually really wanted to play, because I haven't played it before. Up until now on this show, I've played exclusively archetypes that I've either played before or was pretty familiar with. I hadn't played Gods competitively, but I had messed around with it. I knew how the Numeron worked. It really wasn't that tricky. But Fossils is completely new to me. There's something that I always seen on the periphery of my vision and just never really looked into. Probably because they're such a small archetype. It's like 3 or 4 main deck monsters, a bunch of fusions, and then like 2 spell cards. But if you're unfamiliar with it, this entire archetype is based around Fossil Fusion. This lets you fusion summon a Fossil Fusion monster by banishing materials from any graveyard. If you banish monsters from both graveyards, then neither player can target that special summoned monster with monster effects. And if a fusion monster is destroyed and this is in the graveyard, you add it back to the hand. But the unique thing about it is just the fact that you can't use cards from your hand or field. It has to be graveyard, but it uses both graveyards. And most of the fusion monsters are like a rock monster plus any level 7 or higher. A rock monster plus a 5 or 6, a level 4 or lower. So it's all about using your opponent's monsters to fusion summon, and a lot of these have effects that just like, they're designed to OTK, right? This is, when it attacks, you could switch the attack and defense of a monster until the end of the damage step. It does piercing damage, and if it battles a monster, it does double battle damage. And on a 3500, that can almost OTK on its own, especially with the ability to switch stats around. This is just a 2800 beater that also does piercing. I think they all do piercing. Oh, and there's this one, which only has 2100, but can attack 3 times, and every time it destroys a monster by battle, it does 1000 burn damage. So you've got multiple ways to OTK. And I think not only is this a fun go-second deck, which I feel like go-second decks have the advantage on Master Duel, because a lot of archetypes want to go first. Being able to blind second and play things like Lightning Storm and Nibiru kind of gives you the advantage. But right now we're dealing with a format where almost everyone is playing Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, DPE. So if we can bait out the DPE, we can then banish it from the graveyard with Fossil Fusion to not only prevent it from coming back, but to get one of our big monsters out. Now, of course, as I mentioned, this archetype has very few monsters in it. There's exactly 3 in the main deck, and they're not all that great. So you kind of have to splash them with something else. Originally, I was going to go with something a little more goofy. I wanted to splash maybe with some Shaddolls, because they have some synergy with being sent to the graveyard. I had another idea for Dangers, because you could discard them and do some stuff. But after testing that on EDO Pro, I found that it really wasn't working against even like rogue decks. So I decided to go ahead and start with Adamancipators. These, if you don't know, synchro deck of rock monsters, and all their cards let you excavate the top 5, and if it's a rock, special summon it. which works really well with this. Basically, if you special summon this, you can search the Fossil Fusion. And then you can use this and one of your guys to make a synchro, and it just helps you OTK more. So I feel a little cheap because Adamancipators one of the better decks in this game, but I feel like, you know, there's still a unique quality to this deck over a standard Adamancipator build because it's so hard into going second. We're not going to be building a whole lot of boards. We're not going to be playing most of the stuff that Adamancipator plays. The only real big monster is Risen Dragite, and that's because we're playing it for its bounce effect, not for its negate. We have almost no negates in here. It's all just like destroying our opponent's cards and attacking in for a lot of damage. Maybe if the meta shifts and a lot of people end up making us go first, I'll add some more stuff in here. I've also heard that there's a branded version of this deck that might work kind of well. Although I'm very hesitant because Branded is all about fusion summoning light and darks, and these are all earth. So, but that's what we're going to start out with. I haven't opened the packs yet. In fact, at the time of recording, it's not even June yet, so I won't even be playing duels today. But we'll be opening packs, we'll be building it, I'll be testing it against patrons, and I guess this is worth mentioning that if you want to see these live, or if you just want to have a chance to duel me in general, I stream every Tuesday and Thursday over at twitch.tv/hardleggaming. Hopefully the editor can put it on the screen there so you can read it and it looks cool and everything. Thanks, Civet. You did a good job. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, and we'll see how it goes. All right, one free pull. We got an ultra rare in our free pull. Will it be the Fossil Fusion that we desire? Will we start off getting exactly what we need? It's in the right side of the pack. Let's go. Oh, Namacalaris. Yeah, they put the fossils in with the paleos, because I guess it makes sense. So we're probably going to get a lot of paleo stuff, too, that we probably can't use. But let's try it. Hell yeah! We got ourselves a shiny ultra rare Fossil Fusion in our one free pull. One down, two to go. Surely it won't take us tens of thousands of gems to get the other two. Surely. So some people in chat are like, oh, we can make Verte and use it for Fossil Fusion. We cannot, because all the Fossil Fusions say they must be special summoned with Fossil Fusion. Not by the effect of Fossil Fusion, which is what Verte does. It just copies the effect. It doesn't count as Fossil Fusion. Unfortunately. We have tested this out. Alright, this is purple. We got a purple. Show me the Fossil Fusion. I just want the Fossil Fusion. Come on. Well, you know, that's close enough. Hey, there's our second Fossil Fusion. And it's a royal rare. Of course it's a royal rare. They just want me to play these fossils for now to eternity. I mean, I got to Plat 1 with gods when I had the Royal Ra, so perhaps the Royal Fossil Fusion is a sign from up above, from RN Jesus. Praise be to him, the random number generator. Alright, this is the pack with Dragite in it. Dragite, 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 go! Hell yeah! I could feel it in my bones! I knew it from the start! I was born with the Dragite! Upgraded. Now there's an ultra rare in it. Will it be in the proper side? Will it be the final Fossil Fusion I require? Could be. Let's see. Roll them up. It's another Namacalaris. And... hell yeah! Third Fossil Fusion! We don't have to spend ultra rare points on it. We can instead use it on the Nibirus, which are things that I really desperately need to get anyway. Alright, so for the first time ever in this series, after opening a reasonable amount of packs, we spent about 11,000 gems, we got everything we needed. We have not had to make any compromises this time. We were able to afford all the ultras that we needed in order to make this deck. Now the problem is, in between the openings and now, I've played several duels against patrons, and I found out that this version of the deck has some fundamental flaws. Most notably, Time Stream is just useless. It's not a very good card. It has some potential to do stuff, but I'm not even going to explain it, because it's not very good. And we're also playing a card that searches it, so instead, we're going to skip right ahead to Fossil Mark II. This is the second version of the deck. I'm not sure if I should count it because I haven't played any actual duels on the ladder with it, but I think this is slightly better. It's got Doki Doki, which allows us to get to the Adamancipator Analyzer better, which allows us to make rank 8s and stuff better. It's also got a Revival Golem in here, and, oh yeah, we're playing one less Shell Knight. There's a couple other minor differences, but just a couple small differences. Most of the stuff is actually changing around the extra deck. We're playing less of the Fossil Fusion cards. We've still got the main ones that let us, like, OTK, but we're not playing as many of the graveyard ones. Instead, we're playing in more Synchros. This is a go second deck. Ideally, we want to OTK, which is why we're playing stuff like Chanbara and Access Code. But because we often get forced to go first, I had to put in some go-first tools, which is why we're playing the Baron and the Herald of the Arclight. This is probably good going second too, because it can pop a card. And just in general, the fact that, like, Block Dragon is an 8, so that plus any of our level 2 tuners lets us go into this. We can also make the Risen Dragite, send a bunch of stuff back, and then make Baron to floor. So we have a couple more options there. Not all of these are necessary, though. If we find that the meta shapes up where we're not being forced to go first, or if we find that we need more of our fossil tools, we can take some of this out, we can shift some of this up, and that'll probably be where most of the changes come from, unless this just isn't working, and then we'll try looking at Despia variants. So, that's the plan. We're going in here. I think I already explained this on the last deck profile, so if I didn't, you're just gonna find out trial by fire. We're just jumping in and see how it goes. Alright, here we are, the very first duel. We're in Gold 5, going against the Reaper, and we want to go second with this deck. Hard OTK deck. Again, we do have a couple tools for going first, but not many. We much rather prefer to go second. Will we get a good hand? It's decent. We've got access to Fossil Fusion. Yeah, we've got access to the Adamancipators, but generally you want to open with as many of those as possible. Going up against Branded, we of course have the Carmate. You can guess in the comments why I chose the Carmate. I'll give you a moment if you want to just, you know, put your answers down below. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's as much as I could do without Jeopardy getting angry at me. So if you didn't guess, the fossils, or the car's there because it's fossil fuel. We're revving our engines, baby. We need the fuel to get going. It's gonna drive us all the way to Diamond. They normal summon Fallen of Albaz. So this is super poly, right? Like, this is absolutely super poly. Let's just destroy all the back row, shall we? No. No, it's not. They're just playing the weird ones. Okay, what do we want to do? I know what we want to do. Okay, so we're going to normal summon the Doki Doki. We're going to activate this. We're going to discard the Weathering Soldier. And summon the level 4 Adamancipator. In attack mode. We're going to use this effect while we can. Look at the top 5. If we find a rock non-tuner, which is like half our deck, we could special summon it. Special summon a monster to the field. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, let's pick this one. And then we can make a level 8. What's in the graveyard? We actually don't want a level 8. We actually can't use Fossil Fusion. This sucks. Everything about this is awful. Because we can make Baron to floor and pop it and have something for their things. Fuck it, let's do it anyway. Okay. So we're gonna summon this. Our deck kind of relies on the opponent having stuff in the graveyard, which if they had actually fusioned or linked or something, would be something that we could do. As it stands, we're just gonna pop their card. No, I don't want to negate it. So we're gonna activate Miracle Rupture. This lets us... It's Foolish Burial for rocks. That's all you need to know. Foolish Burial for rocks. And if you send this rock to the graveyard, you get to search Fossil Fusion. Or a card that lists Fossil Fusion in its name. So if you already have Fossil Fusion, you could get the Foolish Burial, because it says if Fossil Fusion's in the grave, draw a card. We're just getting Fossil Fusion. Fossil Fusion lets us fuse with our opponent's graveyard and our graveyard. Unfortunately, the only thing we can make is this Fossil Dragon Skullgar. But we can at least get rid of their Albaz. And, I don't know, this one, I guess, because there's two of them? There we go! We did it. So, it's not game. We didn't OTK on our first duel, mostly because we couldn't make a big thing. But it's still fine. We got rid of all their resources. And so, okay, if this thing gets destroyed, I get to add Fossil Fusion from my grave to my hand. No, I don't want to use that effect. Also, if this is in the graveyard, I can banish to get a Fossil Fusion from my deck. Yeah, we got him anyway. Honestly, we probably beat him with the Lightning Storm, but we start off strong with a win. Let's hope if we can get more wins. I've never noticed the hats turning over before. Alright. This is not a great hand, but it is a hand. Lucky try. Alright, I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing fucking matters, because it's an FTK deck of some kind. They're just trying to get Exodia. They're trying to get lucky. Tackle Crusader! Face down you go! Unfortunately, I think they already activated all three of their golden bamboo swords. But maybe that'll stop them. They've got 7 cards left. Another one. Let's activate this as well. Ha ha ha! Take that! Tackle Crusader wins the day against Exodia! We did it! Alrighty then, drawing a few cards. Which hand traps are you running? Just Nibiru, really. Oh. Oh. Okay. Just trying to do that, are we? Normal summon Weathering Soldier who has 2,000 attack. Hi there. Yeah, we'll just go to the battle phase. I'll just attack over this. Rock! I wanna rock! Rock! Boom, boom, ba-da, boom, 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 boom. And then I think we need to... Yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna activate Researcher. Now that we can special summon. Ah, a Maximum C, eh? So they're gonna get 1 card. We want to give them 2? Yeah, let's get them... Let's give them 2. We're just going to go into a defense mode Coral Dragon. Rarl. And then we're going to activate this. Yeah, we're going to discard the Xeno Guitar to pop the Eater. We're going to activate this. When it's sent to the graveyard, we can get a rock monster in our graveyard, add it to our hand, and then stack a card from our hand on top of our deck. We'll put that back. We'll go ahead and activate the Miracle Rupture now that that's back in the deck. Sending it from the deck to the graveyard. And then that will trigger its effect, allowing us to get Fossil Fusion. We're not going to use it this time because banishing their stuff out of the graveyard and giving them a draw isn't really going to help, especially since they seem to be on a banished deck. So we're just going to end it here and hope they can't OTK us. I mean, if they have another Eater of Millions and Gren Maju, they have it, but I'm not sure if there's anything we could have done against that anyway. Isn't Fossil Dyna technically a part of the Fossil deck you're playing? No, in the Japanese text, its name doesn't have Fossil on it. Okay. Thanks. I like bigger monsters. Okay, they've got a couple back row. Certified Die Moment. Let's analyze her and see if we can get a level 4, shall we? Hey, there's a level 4. That's all we needed. Put the rest there. I'm half tempted to just make, like, this instead of trying to waste this. But if this succeeds, we get rid of both the back row and then we just win. So let's try that. Rarl, Risen Dragite. And then we'll activate this effect. We'll add back this, and we'll put one of these on about top of our deck because we can't use both of them. A Compulse. Well, unfortunate, but it gets... Wait. Do I have a... I have a water monster because Coral Dragon. It's the... See, I knew there was a reason that was in there. If you have a water monster in the graveyard, this is a spell trap negate. I didn't even plan that, but yeah. If we happen to do that, then we get it. Okay. Let's activate this to send the other one back. All we gotta do is get one rock monster, and there we go. Return a card to the hand? Yes. Boop, 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 boop. Now they might have, like, a, Battle Fader or something. But let's go ahead and try. That's 3, 4, 5. We just need... Yeah, we can Fossil Fusion here. Let's go ahead and... Oh, it doesn't matter. See, I was gonna win with Fossil Fusion. I wanted to, chat. They wouldn't let me. They didn't want me to have it. I kind of like... I kind of prefer it to lose the die roll. Because then they don't know that I'm on a go second deck. They have no way of knowing. But when I choose go second, they know. Also, I want to point out that I'm not just versus Revolver. I'm versus Foxy Revolver. They're going to have all the rockets and be a little bit saucy about it. This is a pretty good hand. If you open with Block Dragon, you're in good shape. They are at least playing dragons. You're searching the people playing Master Duel at the end of your stream has expanded the amount of people I watch. Hey! Glad to hear everything's working out. Fairness, I think, is a good deck for beginner players. It slows... debatable. You don't actually learn the mechanics, though. I honestly feel like it's an advanced deck because you gotta know what you can negate and what you gotta use your few interactive cards on. I prefer the, whatchamacallit. When I played it, like, back before Inspector Border, I would play it with, like, Jowgen and the barrier statues, and then, like, stuff to protect them. And that was before Moon Mirror Shield, so mostly what I did was, like, trap holes, right? So it was a anti-special summon a hole deck. Or what I called the asshole. Go! Where'd Streamer Man go? No object permanence. He's dead. God has erased me from history for making that pun. Alright, so far they're gonna have one disruption, and I think I can play through that. The problem I'm going to... Okay, yeah, 1 disruption. I could probably play through this. That's not a good draw. I've got enough. You don't want to draw your level 4s, but you need to play a bunch of them because you have to resolve your Adamancipator effects. Gotcha. And then they're going to do this, and a little bit of that, and a little of this, and a little of that. Special summon by banishing 3 earth from your hand to graveyard. Okay. So we're going to normal summon Okie Dokie. And then while this is out here, we're going to use Researcher. As if you control a rock monster except itself, you could special summon this from the hand. And Doki Doki, like all our rock monsters, are rocks. He's a rock too. Xenoguitar is a double rock monster. He's got rocks and he plays... Oh boy. I guess we're going to take the Max C challenge, everyone, and see if we can OTK. Let's go! Will ye negate? Will ye negate? Alright, that's the smart thing to do. And then we're going to activate this. Look at the top 5 if there's a rock. This would be a fairly smart place, because I can only use this effect once per turn, right? Yeah. So if it gets negated, I can't activate it again. But I can use Doki Doki's effect. They're ashing it. What do they have in the graveyard? Gotcha. Okay. Yep, we use this effect. We're never not using this effect. Discard 1 rock, special summon a rock. Okay. The ash does kind of hurt. But we will get through it together, chat. God help me if I ever hit that face down summon button. It'll ruin my life and everything about it. They're cooking something up. Special summon a monster. Yes. I think we're gonna go for Flint Kragger. Doop 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 doop. And then when Flint Kragger is special summoned, I can discard a card. And then send a card from my extra deck to the graveyard. And I'm kind of wishing I had the one that, like, popped monsters, because that would be really useful right now. And maybe I might put that back in, now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't have much room, though, so I just left the one that pops spell traps. And this one, which gets me the Fossil Fusion. Okay, so we're going to activate this effect to get the Fossil Fusion. Show me the Fossil Fusion! And I also really wish that I had a, I also really wish that right now I had fucking Black Rose Dragon, because I used to have it in here, and GCD Yu-Gi-Oh! Told me not to. And now I am being severely punished for it, because I have no 7s. I have a 5 and a 4. So here's the thing: I could make Herald of Arclight, which would be able to negate this, and then I could do the Fossil Fusion without worrying about it. Or I could try to bait stuff out. I can afford to discard more cards. Yeah, let's just try to bait stuff out. Let's see if we're good enough of a master baiter. Let's go, Coral Dragon. Alright, let's use this effect. We'll discard the Rock Band Xenoguitar, because that'll print its effect. Or proc its effect, rather. To destroy the Xiao, and now you have to negate. Okay. So we finally forced out the negate. But we get to draw a card. We're going to do this one to draw a card. And we're going to do this one to recover a card in the graveyard and stack this back on top of our deck. Let's take the Analyzer back, because it's like the best one. I don't think they would be running Nibiru. Okay, we stacked that back on top of the deck. Oh, and then I should have done that! I should have done that the other way. That was a big goof on my part. Okay. We're gonna use this. And then we're going to activate the Fossil Fusion. Fossil Fusion, we're going to... Ooh, this is the best one. Finally, this is a really good one for this. Okay, the Skull Convoy. A rock monster plus a level 7 or higher. Let's just take that Dragonmaid out of your graveyard. And we'll banish Xenoguitar. Let's go. This makes all my opponent's monsters lose attack equal to their original defense. And then when Xeno card is banished, I get to send a card from my deck to the graveyard. Let's send this guy. Use that effect. That'll get me the Miracle Rupture. We'll use the Miracle Rupture to send a level 4 rock from the deck to the graveyard. I could send this and flip something face down, but that wouldn't do anything either. Yeah, let's just get another monster on board. Revival Golem. Special Summon. So this can attack all the monsters once each, and when it destroys a monster by battle, it does 1,000 damage. So then we just go hard and we go for the Block Dragon too. That should be enough for game, right? And then we just hope there's no Nibiru. Let's go. Nibiru simply does not exist. So we attack over this. Bam. Do 1,000 damage. We attack into this. When did that get in the graveyard? And more importantly, what does it do? Summon one Dragonmaid from your hand in defense position. Continue the battle, yeah. We're still running over that. Doing another 1,000. We're running over this to do another 1,000. We're running in with Block Dragon and hoping they don't have anything. That's 15. And there goes in the high-speed Chambara. Maxi Challenge completed. And that's how fossils can OTK. Hell yeah. And you can't even be like, oh, that was just a whole bunch of Adamancipator stuff. Because the Fossil Wagon was critical to doing the extra, like, 4,000 damage and attack 3 times and chew through everything and burn damage. So, yeah. Checkmate. And we ranked up from that. Hell yeah. Alright, so we were doing pretty good at first. We won like 4 duels in a row, and then we lost 4 duels in a row and slipped back down the rank that we earned. And I'm finding generally that we're not going against any back row control decks. Everyone in gold at the moment seems to be playing monster heavy decks. So we've taken out the Lightning Storm. That's what that's for, just getting back row. Now we auto lose to back row, but we have a lot more tools for dealing with the other decks. We've put in a Kaiju package. Kaijus are particularly good because they deal with threats on board while putting monsters in the graveyard for Fossil Fusion. We've got 2 Kamungus because it has slightly low attack, Gamma Seal the lowest, and then 2 of the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. I only have 2. I'd probably play a 3rd if I had it, but 2 should be fine. And then we're just playing the 2 lowest attack, and this is also Earth, so it can potentially be Block Dragonable. I also took out the Adamancipator Signs. That's Monster Reborn for rock monsters. Really good extender, but right now we're running into a problem where we can't get on the board in the first place. So, and plus, it's one less spell that we have to brick on. We've also changed up the extra deck slightly. We took out the Lynx, the Access Code Talker, and the Nightmare Unicorn. We replaced it with a Cerberus, because if we're not going to go for spell traps, might as well go hard and for spell traps. We put in this thing because there's been times when we wanted to pop a monster and we couldn't. And we put Black Rose back in because I think that works really well with this deck. So let's try this variant, see how it works, and hopefully get out of gold. Well, I mean, we have Kaiju Slumber, and we have a way to get to Fossil Fusion. Really don't want to open with these. Oh, come on! And now we're going up against the back row deck. You know how it is. Max C. Gift card. And try and guess. Synchro Monster was selected. Alright. Ouch, my most of me. Anyway. Let's go ahead and activate this now while we can. We'll send the other one so we don't draw it. And then we'll use that effect to get the Fossil Fusion. And we can use that next turn when we're not under Max C. And I'll set this for fun. Now we just gotta hope they can't get us a burn card for 2,000. Drawing a couple cards. Pot of Duality. Turn, turn, turn. Bad Reaction. Upstart. Twin Paths of Destiny. They took the Twin Paths. If they can get the coin toss right, or if that's already Bad Reaction. No, it's not. Alright, chat, it comes down to a coin toss. Will we get lucky? Twin Paths of Destiny. Let's go! And another Maxi. Twin Paths. Coin toss for game? I forget if who goes first, so I don't know if that... Okay, we both got heads, so we both gain... Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Go ahead. I'm up to 4,000. Yep, we're good. You're gonna have a tough time doing 4,000 points of damage. Oh boy, all three of my flip crackers! Just what I want! Okay. Now I really wish I had that Nightmare Phoenix. Alright, let's make the Gallant Granite. We'll send that. We'll add this girl. Do I have another rock in the grave? Oh yeah, I do. Neat. Awesome. So here's a cool little thing. You can add this back from your graveyard to your hand, and then stack a card. And we'll stack this. Activate. And then I wonder if I'll find a level 4 rock off the top. Oh, what do you know? What a surprise. We don't actually want that one, though, so if we get anything else... We didn't get anything else. I literally couldn't activate Doki Doki because the only thing I could summon off the level 3 is another level 3, and all the 3s are in my hand! It's fine. I'm gonna make Coral Dragon in attack mode. And let's just blow up that back row. Bye-bye damage! I guess bye-bye to bye-bye damage. Oh wait, they have a high-level monster in the graveyard! Hell yeah, now we're in business! Fossil Warrior Skull King! Fossil Warrior Skull! Aww. We didn't get to summon it. I would have he's 2,800, he could attack twice. That was very much game. We had game and a half. We did it. See, I guess we don't need the Lightning Storm. Who needs to fight against the coin flip decks? We're good. We're fine. We've got blue medicine. Wait, they only got 3 spaces anyway. I just realized they can't even make the they can't even make Sure Egg anyway. Their spaces were wrong. They summoned too many monsters. Blow it all up. If they brought back a Link to good point. Huh, is it 5 times or is it 5 monsters? 5 or more monsters. So if they summon 1 more, I can Nibiru them during my turn, right? So we banish this to get our Fossil Fusion. We activate the Block Dragon by banishing Xenoguitar and some other junk that doesn't matter. But mostly the Xenoguitar. Xenoguitar lets us activate this. What do they got in the graveyard? All level 4s. Oh, it's okay, I have a level 7 of my own. Select a card to send to the graveyard. Okay, I can send a Nibiru. Let me look exactly, what is this again? It's a level 7 or higher, and I have the Black Rose, so I can do that. So I can just send, yeah, I'll send one of these. Activate this. We'll get the Miracle Rupture. Fossil Fusion. Divacidos. Banish this, and one of these, because we don't need both. We don't need any, because we don't have any graveyard recovery. Hacha! 28, 28, that's 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Unless you've got an Nibiru. Wait. Yeah? Well, how do you like it? Let's see. Yeah, we go ahead and do this. How do you like them apples? Oh, Nibiru, you're Nibiru. I've already used like every effect. Oh wait, we can send Revival Golem and draw a card. Yes, we got the other Fossil Fusion. Special summon this from the graveyard. Yeah, in attack position because I fear no gods. Do I have another high level? I do. First, let's special summon this back again. Because Block Dragon is broken and not once per turn. And then we'll Fossil Fusion. We can't make anything good. Oh wait, we can! They have an Nibiru in the graveyard now! So we can finally make the Giant Skull Man! Oh, chat. Giant Skull Man does double battle damage when attacking monsters. And it does piercing! Take that! 5,800! Nibiru for game! Ah! We did it! We OTK'd through a Black Rose and a Nibiru and Appaloosa and Revolt. We played through all the disruptions, and granted, one of those was our own, but we still did it! I don't want to hear anything about this. We Nibiru to Nibiru! One of us will be proceeding to Gold 3. One of us will be thrown back into the dumpster. Who will it be? Oops, all Kaijus. I mean, this is still not bad because I can Kaiju their thing and then, like, use Miracle Rupture. Oh, they're playing Kaijus too. It's going to be a Kaiju battle and my rocks are going to be useless. I did gift another sub. Thank you, King Miner. I appreciate it. Great. Do we just want to deck then out of the Kaijus? Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm learning. You want to do the Kaiju Slumber first every time, because it baits the Ash. Get Krungust. Max C, eh? We'll go ahead and activate this, because we already know they have the Ash. We know they have the Luna, too. So there's really not a whole bunch of point in using that. Yeah, let's just get it. While we can. And then we'll set this. And we can summon next turn. You can't return something to my hand if I have no face-up cards. They would need to do a couple different things. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Okay. That's 3. That's 4. Come on, summon once more. Just one more time for me, for Hardleg. You know I love it when you summon 5 times. It's my favorite. It's my birthday present. It's what I always wanted. Yes! This can't negate, can it? Yes! Get Krungust! Go away! Nibiru, that's gonna be a big token though. That's gonna be a very big token. Biggest token I've seen in my life. Do we have an out to the token? We do. We don't have a good out to the token, but we do have one. That's an out to the token. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum. We have a slumber in the grave, I know. I wanted to try this one first. We could banish the other one. Yeah, we've used both our slumbers, so it doesn't matter. Special summon. Get rid of that big token. I don't want to have to see that. And then we can Fossil Fusion. I think we want to go for this one because it has an effect during their turn. This will do more damage. What will this be? 2, 3. No, it won't be enough to kill him. This will be the better one. Let's banish this and the Grinder Golem. So now it can't be targeted by Luna. Granted, they can Kaiju it if they have one. And I'm pretty sure they could search one next turn. No, they can't. Alright. Let's go in for battle. 28. Plus 28. Plus 3,000. You're almost dead. What can I steal? Just about anything. I could steal their Luna. That would be funny. Let's do it. We're going to summon their Luna by discarding this. And then we know they already sent 2 Lunas, so we're going to use their own Luna against them. What is this? Special summon, if you do destroy them, if this card is sent from your hand to the graveyard, it can target one other monster in the graveyard, shuffle in it, then add one plant. Yeah, return that to your hand. And they're like, yeah, we'll return Nibiru to your hand. And they're like, oh, okay. Negate the effect? No, I'll take the Nibiru in my hand. Oh fuck, it has slightly more attack than me. 100. But I get Fossil Fusion back because a Fossil Fusion monster was destroyed. And I have ways to deal with you, Sage de Fleur. You don't know what fossils can do you? I don't blame you. Not many people do. Behold! Fossil Fusion! I will summon the Fossil Dino-Skull Giant! Behold! The instrument of your destruction! Go into battle. 3,500. And when it attacks, I can switch your attack and defense. 7,000. Double battle damage! Bada bingo! Bada bango! Witcha! Okay, tiny change to the deck. Not enough to make it a whole version, but I'm making it 3.5. Basically, we just had a duel, probably didn't get shown, but we would have won if not for the fact that Interrupted Kaiju Slumber was dead, because I drew both of my Kamunguses, and I was playing 2 Kamungus, 2 Gameciel. So what we've decided to do is basically just play 4 of them. Doesn't matter which one we get, because the only thing that we really need to worry about is getting over them with Fossil Skull King. And these are all under 28, or at least Radiant ties with it, so it's close enough. We should be good. So that way our Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is never dead. I'm considering maybe throwing in a 3rd one of these, and maybe taking out, I don't know, one of the Skullcraggers. I'm in this really difficult position where Flintcragger is like one of the best cards to summon off of your Adamancipators, because it gets its effect when it's special summoned exclusively. We don't really have any other ways to special summon it. So you want to run it at maximum copy so that you get it out of the deck when you're looking at the top 5. The problem, of course, is that we keep drawing it, and when it's in our hand, it's useless. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe I end up getting rid of this and replacing it with something else that's good in Adamancipators, like the Kakimirus or something. We'll find out. Alright, here we are, day 2 of recording. I played a couple duels off camera, as you could tell. Our win-loss ratio went up, and we've ranked up to gold 2. Not a huge deal, but we've made it a little bit farther. Nothing's really changed since last time, so we're just going to jump into it, see how things go. This deck seems super rad. It's cool. I just forgot what I had in the extra deck. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm so used to having other stuff that I forgot what I actually have. Now we have the opposite. We have everything to get our plays started and none of our going second tools. So far, the only thing he has, right, is this, which is... he could return 2 monsters to the hand. And nothing could be targeted. Oh, they're just going to leave this here, because the first time it would be destroyed, it is not. No? Avramax? They had the U-Link, and then they didn't. They got rid of the U-Link to make Avramax. Oh, okay! So they've got the double pop. That sucks, although it's a targeting pop. Activate effect. Going for a success code. It's just what you do, you know? Now the best thing to get off this would be Flintcragger. Let's see. Can't target it. This is the biggest thing. They're sending it back. They had 2 bounces, and they're using it now. Before I've activated the effect. Okay. So, normal summon? Do it now? There we go. Ooh, Flint Cragger. Yeah! Flint Cragger! You'll get caught up in it! Let's discard... Oh wait, if I discard this, it gets its effect. Yeah, because this discards as an effect. Let's send... Fuck! I took out the one that I needed! I needed the one that pops a monster to get rid of this, and I popped the other one. Add a card from deck to hand. Yeah, we'll just add another Fossil Fusion. Okay. And this is where Black Rose becomes useful. Just trigger that. Okay. I thought it would at least... Oh, wait, Parallel Exceed is high level. Alright. So we can use this. We can make... That won't work. Yeah, we just need to get as big as possible. Yeah, we'll make this. Use your Parallel Exceed. And the Flint Cragger. And then we use Miracle Rupture. We send the Rock Band Xenoguitars from the deck to the graveyard. Draw a card. Do we want to stack something on top of the deck? No. No, it won't matter. Then we summon Block Dragon. Yeah. Block Dragon. We banish this, and this, and this. Block Dragon says hello. Because this was banished, we get to send a rock from the deck to the graveyard. That doesn't... Oh, this! Finally, Revival Golem. But it came back! Then we can use the Revival Golem. And this... to make this. We'll chain block. We'll discard this because we can't use it. I guess we pop the lower attack one. Oh, and I get a draw because it's co-linked. Thanks, buddy. Let's make sure we add this first. And this. And this one. We really just need to get rid of this, but I'm not sure how we do it without... Oh yeah, we make this. We need to make Wrap Tight. Okay. Researcher. Activate effect. Okay, we'll get Xenoguitar. And then, gotcha! We're good. We make Wrap Tight. If we can get another blue off this without having to use the blue... Oh wait, we could do it like this. Okay. We activate Xenoguitar. That lets us add a monster from our graveyard to our hand. And then we can stack one on top of our deck. So we stack the Researcher. And now when we activate this, we'll be certain to get it. Alright, let's go ahead and summon the Researcher. That gives us the 5 we need, or the 8 we need to make Dragite. And Dragite has a non-targeting bounce. As long as we get some rocks. There's 1, there's 2, 3. Yes. We'll bounce this, and this, and this. Goodbye. Goodbye. It was a nice attempt, but you're dead now. And we're not done yet. There's no way they have Nibiru at this point, right? And that gets it, the Flint Cragger. Flint Cragger! Actually doing shit! Do we just go for this instead? Nah, we gotta go for game. Okay. Here we go! Hi Chanbara. To the battle phase! So 3,500 does double damage. Plus 3,000. Plus 16. And then the double 2,500 degree knife. Remember 1,000 degree knife? It's back! And it's dealing so much battle damage. Ha cha 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 cha. Alright, they're making me go first, but this is one of the better hands for it. Did Muse die and become Spirit of the Harp? Oh, there's lore! Think of the lore, chat! Yeah, anytime you get Analyzer and Researcher, you're in a pretty good position. If I could just get any level 4. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather do this. We'll Flint Cragger. We'll get this. Let's go ahead and make... from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished. Okay, so actually, let's do this first. To make sure we get our Fossil Fusion, shall we? We'll get Fossil Fusion. Then we will make Herald of the Arclight. So we've got a negate. And then we will make... We don't have a water in the graveyard. No, we're just going to make this. Gallant Granite. In defense mode. They've got a 13 card extra deck, strangely enough. Yeah. We'll attach this. We'll add Nibiru from deck to hand, so we have some disruption. And then this, we'll add this back to hand. And then we'll put it on top of the deck so that we'll have a Researcher for next turn. And there we go. It's not much, but it's all we can do going first. We've got a kind of macro. If they try to send anything from the deck, if they're playing like Tri-Brigade or whatever, they also can't activate stuff like the Numeron gate because it... Oh wait, no, that's a monster. Never mind. They got a kind of macro. It's also an Omni negate. And if they try to get too many things, we've got Nibiru. And then we've got set up for next turn. We can Kaiju if they happen to end on something. We're going to have the Researcher, and we're going to have the Fossil Fusion. They still might be able to stop us through this, but it would be kind of difficult. And there we go! Sometimes all it takes to win is a Nibiru and a Herald of the Arclight. Let's see what they had, shall we? Let's take a look at our match history. What was David P. playing? They were playing Ancient Warriors. That seems to be very popular these days. The real thing is just how many... Basically, how many spell trap negates will they have? Oftentimes, what decks like this will do is make, like, 3 or 4 monster disruptions and, like, one thing to deal with spell traps. So if I can Kaiju, like, the Red Dragon Archfiend and then Interrupted Kaiju Slumber the rest of the board, I probably just win. Even though the rest of my hand is literally garbage that can't do anything. What an amazing dragon! This card is Synchro Summon. Target card your opponent controls up to the number in the graveyard. Well, their connection. Sometimes you win because you win, and sometimes you win because your opponent doesn't have good internet. And I guess that, and sometimes that ranks you into gold, you know. Sometimes you don't have to do anything to get into gold. Yeah, I'm not even facing the bots. That is just bad Wi-Fi. Thank you, bad Wi-Fi. I appreciate it. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Beans don't burn on the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues. It's our turn at bat. And as long as it's me, you and me, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with that, 'cause we're moving on up. Moving on up. Alright, we're playing against Blue Eyes. Unless they have skill drain, I think we're pretty good. Let's see if they have skill drain, shall we? Hello, it is me. And I'm activating an effect. Oh! What did I say, chat? What did I say? What are we even gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna do anything. I could make like a 3000 beater, but it have no effects. I might still be able to win if I could get to Fossil Fusion, but good luck at getting to Fossil Fusion. I guess we just set this. Hope they can't OTK us before we get to Fossil Fusion. They'll play into Nibiru. It's Blue Eyes! They summon maybe twice per turn. Why are you trying to use your... Did you forget about your own skill drain? They're not attacking. They don't want to attack. What can they say? Okay. Well, that helps. Okay, so that's a nice Blue Eyes you have there. But now it's a spider. Let's flip summon this. And let's just make a 3K beater. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. Do we put in another 12 too? Do we overextend like crazy? Sure. Why not? Let's just put on all the damage. Let's try to end this before they can get to anything. Maybe they're bricked. Also, this could trick them into putting something into attack mode that we could just beat over. Also, next turn we could tribute summon Nibiru if they leave our stuff out. My brother in Christ, you put up the skill drain. How could you forget this? What is Link Kareem? You would have been better setting a monster. Classic gold player. How did this person make it to gold 1? Yeah. Fuck it, no fear. Nibiru the primal being. Normal summon Nibiru. Face up attack. Let's go. I don't know if this actually works. I think this activates on the field so it gets negated. It does, but they lost anyway. They lost their life. Blue Eyes! What were you thinking? We've got the car. It's our fossil fuel, baby. Getting us all the way into plat. We just have to win one more duel, everyone. And I've got the perfect glasses, the perfect shades to make it work. This is the kind of shade that says, yeah, we're driving our way in here, no big deal. We've also got the Realm of Danger field spell, because it looks kind of like Jurassic Park, you know? Oh, wow. This hand is awful. This is a terrible, very bad, no good hand. We don't have any of our Go Second cards or any of our starters, And our one weakness is back row, and they're setting a bunch of back row before they do anything. Well, at least we got Tsuchinoko. So there's that. Oh, well, at least we gotta go second card now. Guess we try for the Miracle Rupture. Gonna Ash it? Oh, it's True Draco. I hate True Draco. They're not very good. So they might be a skill drain. But they'll have stuff in the graveyard. So we might be set. Let's see. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard... Sure. Sure, let's be very reckless, chat. Let's banish this and this and this. We'll just get rid of our whole hand and attack with Block Dragon. Go ahead, tribute me off, it'll be funny. Okay. I mean, that's a good way to do stuff. Thank you. We'll activate that. They'll get a search. They fell for it. Yep, they didn't know. Let's go ahead and get one of these. Oh, and don't mind if I do. I think I'll just take one of these. Oh, and if I could, just let me get a little snack. Just one of these. And they surrendered! We didn't have to do it. I was like, if we could just bounce that trap, then we can use their thing with Fossil Fusion attack. But we did it! The cool shades won us the duel. And also their inability to really read or look at, they're just clicking buttons. So we rank up into Plat 5, where we belong. Now the real question is, how long and how difficult will it be to get into Diamond? I think we can make it. I believe that we can make it. But only time will tell if it'll actually be possible. Alright, the shades are back on because one more win and we rank up. And we always rank up in style, baby. That's just the way we do it around here. I've had some people in chat, they're like, I don't know if you're a JoJo character or a JoJo stand, but you could go either way. And I'm going to take that as a compliment, because I haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Despite me being a Joe and having a bizarre life. Oh boy. Well, thanks, Nibiru. You certainly existed. Joe's reasonable errand. Well, at least I could do some stuff. I really need my Kaiju though. Kaiju would be cool. Kaiju would be funky. Kaiju would allow me to do the skunky, whatever that is. Ha! A dokie dokie. Okie dokie, boomer. Let's try it. Max C. Alright. That's not negating me. I'll take it. You're gonna have a million billion cards anyway. Alright. What can we get? What can we do with a drunken sailor? What can we do with a drunken sailor? What can we summon off of this early in the morning? Yeah, we're just gonna try. We're gonna try so hard. We're gonna go as hard as we can. Into the paint. This is where we make the Herald of the Arclight to protect our plays. Dun, 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 doo, doo. Yes, Rock Band Xeno guitars, my favorite. My boy. Okay, do we want to stack anything on top of the deck? Not really. This is where we make another negate. The problem is we don't... Okay. So if I use this now and banish this, I won't be able to use the effect because any card sent from the deck to the graveyard is banished instead, which sucks because I really want that effect. So I guess we try to go for this first. Activate the effect. We destroy the face down, and maybe that'll bait out this negate, which is kind of what we want to do at the moment. Scythe! Well, I guess, yeah, that baits out that negate. I can't allow them to Scythe. And that's a level 5! But we need to get rid of the Ray, which was the main reason we were doing this. Okay, so we could summon this by banishing their Ray and Xenoguitar. And then we do what I call the Xenoguitar Shuffle. This activates, letting us send one of these. That activates, letting us get a Miracle Rupture. Effect Veiler? Okay. I mean, I lose one of my negates. That's unfortunate, but I'm not completely dead. Let's Miracle Rupture. Do they have the Ash? They do not. And this is where we send the Shell Knight. Draw a free card. Activate the Shell Knight. So let's see. This is 15 plus 25 plus 25. That's 5, 6. We're almost there, chat. Nibiru simply does not exist. Nibiru doesn't exist and that back row is fake. No fear, Cavalier. Demolition steer clear. Turn him in the turn him in the turn him in the right. And then one more Fossil Fusion. We're going for this. Because we got their Scythe and this. And what's this? 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Alright. And they have no... Even if they have a Widow Anchor, all they can do is negate my effect. We're in the battle phase! They cannot Nibiru. They can Widow Anchor, but they can't take because they don't have enough spells in the graveyard. Select the optional effect. When it destroys, inflict 800 damage. Oh, they negated that. Gotcha. There's 25. There's 25. Maxi challenge completed. That means nothing to me! Draw all the cards you want, Sky Striker! I will summon enough rocks to annihilate you regardless! Who even needs the highlight? I'll just get the Fossil Cruiser. I'll just cruise my way right up into Platinum Tier 4. Hell yeah, man. The shades always work. Alright, here we are, dawn of the 3rd day, which is the 4th session, because sometimes I play a little bit off camera. I didn't yesterday, but today we're going back into it, still at Platinum Tier 4, but I have a feeling, I have confidence that we'll be able to shoot to the stars, rocket to the moon, fossil into space. Oh! I'm just waiting for them to get monsters off my side of the field so that it's... the Nibiru token is not as big, because I don't have a way to easily destroy it. Let's go ahead and get this. And one of these. And one of these. No. Not yet. Wait till the end of the main phase at this point. Just to be sure. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zane. You did pretty good. But I've got a rock. I mean a big-ass rock. Maybe something like a cinder block is better. I'll hoist it up and drop it on your face, my buddy. Yes. Let's put this back into the extra deck. So I can summon it again. That's a big booty on that rock. 10,000. Holy fuck. I think I've got this, though, pretty easily. Let's just normal summon this. Activate the effect. Literally does not matter what we get. Let's go for Flint Cragger. Sure, just in case. We'll use the effect. We'll discard the other rock. We'll send this to the graveyard. And then we'll just make, Nightmare Cerberus. Nightmare Cerberus. Poppy Poppy. Kapow. And with that, we attack with our big rock for game and rank our way up into Platinum 3. Once again, the shades made all the difference. I have shaded my way through Shady Town and into the glorious triple digits that I love and crave. Give me the gems! I desire them. They call you Mr. Volcano because you stop flights above Iceland. Hashtag just Iceland things, I guess. That reminds me, I was hearing something about the people who were making, or what are they called? Bethesda, who make Fallout, and they're also making Starfield. Their CEO, Todd Howard, is kind of known for being an asshole. And I saw a write-up about him, they're like, yeah, he does what we call seagulling, which is when he just sort of flies in while we're working on stuff to shit all over our ideas and then leave. I'm like, that's a great term. I'll have to remember that if I'm ever in a situation. You're just seagulling, just flying in to shit all over my ideas. Take my bread, too. Okay. So this is skill drain, right? This is, I'm just going to get skill drained. Skill drain me. Hit me with it. Oh no! This is infinitely worse than skill drain! I don't like that at all. Although, actually, I was like, wait, if I banish this, I can send something to the... Oh wait, I can't send something to the graveyard. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Yeah, this shit sucks. I guess we're just sending this. And it's Ash. I think we just lose. I think we just lose because Fossil Fusion literally says, fusion by banishing the monsters from the graveyard. If I cannot get into the graveyard, I cannot do anything. And I don't have any spell traps on the... The only thing I have to counter this is stuff that's in the graveyard, so if they macrocosmos me, I just lose. I rarely surrender, but I just lose against the first turn macro. Alright, one more win and we get into Plat 2. Let's put back on the cool guy shades and see if we can beat Dando, leader of the Rabbit Party. Bump 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 bump. Yeah. This hand is alright. We got some stuff. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Leg is unbreakable. Ah, great. It's Eldlitch. We have a fairly bad Eldlitch matchup. At least with this hand. If we can get into Fossil Fusion, we can banish this from the graveyard to make something neat, which is always fun. Skill Drain will be a little bit of a squibbly wibblet, if you know what I mean. Alright. So, let's give them a butterfly. Howdy. Another one. So that shows that they have the one conch, right? Or did they search it and I wasn't even paying attention? No, we don't know what they have. Okay. Another one. Activate the effect. The real question is just going to be, what floodgate comes on down? What are they going to hit me with? Nothing yet so far. Yeah, let's go with this for now. We don't yet know if they have a floodgate worth activating. Alright, let's go into this. See if we can bounce a bunch of those back. I love Risen Dragite, it's so good. And it rewards you for running a lot of rocks. Oh, Solemn Judgment! God said thee nay. That tells me that they have some kind of, Ah, Hakero. Please banish the Xeno Guitar, it'll be funny! Oh, it's just one card, okay. Yeah, still, please banish the Xeno Guitar, it'll be funny. No, they're just banishing the Dragite. Well, I'm not getting the Dragite back, but that's like most of their interaction, and I still haven't normal summoned yet. Let's do that. Oh, we actually need to summon this, even though we've already used the effect. Just so we can special summon this. Yeah, I think we want to Flint Cragger because they've got one in the graveyard. Yeah, so we Flint Cragger. Special summoning it will allow us to use its effect to discard a card. And then send a Fossil Fusion from the deck to the graveyard. This one in the graveyard can be banished to search the Fossil Fusion. We're just going to... We'll make 4, 5, 6. And if we can get any level 4 rock, we can make Baron to protect against any last-minute things they might have. Although the red monster would be better. This could also get us a level 4. While also giving us a bonus monster. Ooh, ah, doing all the stuff. Summoning things that we really want to stuff. Okay. That'll work. Oh, we don't have enough for a Baron. Oh, I was horribly mistaken. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we're just going for this. And then... we need to be able to get over both of these. Unfortunately... Ooh, are we not able to do it? Did I mess up a little bit? We need to blow up... Oh, wait, they only have 4,000. Because they use that. So yeah, if we just blow up the field... then we can do everything. Okay. It sucks that I wasted stuff, but... it's fine. Who needs to exist? Not me. I'll just blow it all up. Okay, now we Fossil Fusion. And we just make this. It was a really roundabout way to do it, but we did it. Let's banish this just in case. Because banishing that will let me get Block Dragon, just in case they're playing Battle Fader or something. You never know when people are playing Battle Fader or something. Okay. And there we go. I should have looked at their field instead of stuff and their attack points and everything. There we go, we did it. It was easy. I got two into my head. It's these glasses. They make it so hard to focus. Everything just looks so suave and dark and like neon lights and everything, and then I forget what I'm doing. But either way, we rank up. Plat 2, baby. We've broken past Plat 3. That's usually where rogue decks go to die. So we're slightly more powerful than rogue. The question is, can we finally break out of Plat? Will we be able to make it into Diamond? Hard to say. Hard to lay. Alright, here we are, session 4 of recording. Day 7 overall, because again, I play a little bit offline. But I try not to hit too many milestones while you're not here to see it. Which is why we've gotten up to Plat 1. It's a little bit farther than last time, but I made sure that I didn't cross that line until people were watching. Because even though I like playing this deck and I like playing this game, I care more about you, the audience. Subscribe to the Patreon. Anyway, we've got 4 wins until we can get to Diamond 5, which will be the first time in this series I've ever gotten into Diamond. Let's see how it works out, shall we? Plat 1 is full of all the Go Second OTK decks. It's like the one thing I can't fight. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh wait, I could do stuff with this. Probably. It's fine. We'll just discard another Doki Doki and summon a thing. Surely they won't have Ash. Oh. They don't seem to have Ash. Howdy, y'all! Commence the jiggling! Special summon? Yes. The question here is, do I now go into the level 6 Adamancipator and try to start going further? Or do I just make a Herald of Arclight and pass? Yeah, like I could go into this and stack up. I think it's better to go the safer route. Let's just try to be safe, chat. Tony Safeman is my name, and playing it safe is my game. Yep, it's the Numeron network. So there's probably a wall in their hand, right? Don't use Herald. Does Herald only negate activations? It does. They can't send the grave? Yeah, they can. Because it's any monster. They can send the spell. They can still use this with Herald. But if I negate, he just has the wall anyway. Negate after he dumps Calling? It doesn't work that way. Yeah, I just want to keep 2 monsters on the field. I think they can't play through 2 and OTK us. If you negate one of the Ixies, he can't lethal. Ah! Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, if they have limiter removal, then I'm dead. But if I negate the 1, then they have to attack with that. Go up to 2,000, and then they can only hit me with 4,000. Wait, they can't even hit me for 4,000. 2,000 just crashes into this, so they have to spend their entire thing just to get rid of the Rock Band Xeno Guitar. Holding the negate was the right thing to do. Send you back from whence you came, foul token. Assuming I get 1 rock. Okay, there's a rock. And then this is game. There we go. Let's attack in with this first. Huh, they didn't do the right effect. They chose to do the one that gave them the thing instead of taking no battle damage. So we did it. We beat Numeron. Take that, Numeron, even though I played Numeron previously. But mine was cool because it had the gods in it, alright? Very different. Is this the joke deck and the rogue decks? This is, I would consider, a rogue deck. It's more serious than, like, Ojama's. Next month, I'll probably end up doing, I don't know, Blue Eyes or something. Hey, Dusk Baron, thank you for the 14 months! You're just a little past a year. Hit them with the dabs in the chat. I'm bringing them back. What about penguins? Yeah, penguins, I don't know, might work. I am not doing Earthbound Immortals. Sacred Beast, maybe. UAs might work. Sports. Penguins is more of a joke deck. They have some plays they can do. They might actually be workable, but they're a bad deck. Maybe FAs? Possibly. Hell yeah. I love, you know, I love seeing the Verte Anaconda, especially when I have a Gamma Seal in hand and the ability to get Fossil Fusion, because I know I'm just going to be able to Kaiju over the DPE and then steal it to make a Fossil Fusion. It's just a matter of baiting out the revolt so that I can do that and not have the monster immediately banished. Hey, nice. Alright. So let's start by giving you a turtle. Heroes in the graveyard. Turtle power. Alright. Summon this. Take your 500 burn and be happy with it. There is still a chance that I lose this if he activates this now and activates, and that last card in hand is Ash. Okay. Now we've got both. That makes things a little more safe. Let's see if we can bait out any potential Ash or any potential other stuff. If we can pull a 4 off the top, then we can make Barone, and then we just have a negate. I'd rather not use both of my Shell Knights if possible, but I'm going to have to use both of my Shell Knights. Unfortunate. Okay, you done goofed. A10, A10, 2 is 10. That makes Baron to floor again. Coming out in his riding horse to ride away the times. Do I use the pop? Yeah. We just try to pop this now. And then they'll activate it. And then I'll be like, I say thee nay. No revolts for you. And then if you've got an Ash, you've got to use it now, right? Hell yeah! Baited out the Ash! That's what I was waiting for! That's what I thought they were doing. Alright, that means we can use Miracle Rupture without worrying about it. Let's go ahead and send the Weathering Soldier. Weathering Soldier effect. Get the Fossil Fusion, Royal Rare, of course. And then we activate Fossil Fusion, which allows us to banish a level 7 or higher in their graveyard, and a monster from our graveyard of a rock variety, to make Skolagos, who does double battle damage to monsters and has 3,500 attack, which means with that Verte, you're taking 6,000! Kaboom! Kabam! Get out of here, Tri-Brigades! No one wants your shit! That might have been a little bit mean. I don't want to be that mean. Tri-Brigade's a cool deck, but I was happy I can win. Yay. Alright, chat. We're one win away from getting into Plat 5, which means it's time to go hardcore. Time to get a little bit classy up in here. Time to be class punk, if you know what I mean. We get to go second. We're against Glover, who's got the bookmate. Will our style and shades carry us to another victory? There's only one way to find out. Well, that's a pretty good opening hand. I'll tell you what, we got limited to 2, both of them. Plus a rock, plus a way into fossil fusion, plus Flint Cragger. You'll get caught up in it. Alright, so Allure of Darkness, banishing Aloof Lupine. Huh. Is this Metaphys? I'm playing against Metaphys. Alistair the Invoker, alright. That might be a problem. Wait, no, because I've got both of these, and Flint Cragger, I actually have the perfect solution to this predicament. We have a way to bait out the thing. It's just a matter of, do you have more negation? I'm really curious what else is playing with the Aloof Lupine. Is it just like another light monster? Something else that banishes? People in chat are saying they don't know what it is. Thunders? Could be Thunders. Thunder Dragons, perhaps? Will we see Dogmaticas come down? No. No Dogmaticas. Alright, chat. Do we get a oh, or we could just draw a Kaiju. I was thinking, like, okay, we special summon the Analyzer, we don't use the effect, we normal summon the Flint Cragger, 3 and 4 makes a 7, we can make a Black Rose, and then when they negate that, we normal summon... Oh wait, we wouldn't have enough summons left. Actually, it's a good thing we drew this, because that wouldn't have worked at all. Instead, we're just going to do this. Hello. Have a Radiant. Enjoy Radiant. Isn't he radiant? Max C. Max C challenge time! We're going hard in the paint this time, chat. We're making our way downtown, doing stuff, fighting guys. It's a kitty cat. Doodle-doodle-doo. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. Doodle-doodle-doodle. Okay, we're gonna get this. We're going to make Adamancipator. And then, if we can bounce this back, I think we just have game. We'll have to do one more summon after this. Okay, so we'll Risen Dragite. Look at the 5. As long as we get one rock, we can bounce the Kaiju back to our hand for next turn. So now they've got nothing. Which means... Well, they might also have an Ash. If they have an Ash, then it's not game. Did you draw into an Ash? Tell me. No. No, they did not. Which means we can send Weathering Soldier. Which means Weathering Soldier can search Fossil Fusion. And because they're playing fusions, which is why this is an anti-meta pick, because Despia's everywhere, as long as Swordsoul's, we can make Fossil Skull Warrior by banishing their monster and one of ours. 2800 attack. Summoning animation with the stab. Haha. But most importantly, chat, this fucker can attack twice. 28. 28. 3,000. And with that, we earn our way into platinum off the backs of the Fossil Skull Warrior, stabbing his way into victory. Normal summon Alistair, get that shit out of here. That shit belongs in platinum, and we are not a platinum deck. We are a diamond deck. Ha ha! Do you have any archetypes? You cannot play any archetype, I think, in Highlander except for maybe Blackwings, maybe Heroes. Those are the only archetypes that have like enough stuff that you can play a whole dang old thing of it. I wouldn't recommend it though. you gotta find stuff that you can combine together. I don't have any kaijus and I'm sad, chat. Oh, okay. Great. The one time we would have had an easy time, and it's not an easy time. Okay, now it might be an easy time. Okay. Max C challenge. Let's go. Special summon Analyzer. Analyzer, I barely know her. Ash. Okay, so they've used the one Ash. Activate. You got a Veiler for me, too? Okay. Gotcha. So now we can make Coral Dragon. We can corral our dragons. Activate. Discard the Block Dragon. Pop the Baronne. Boom, boom, bum, 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 bum. Normal summon. The question is, what do we go in? We go into a Baronne of our own, right? Baronne. That allows us to draw a card. And also cycle. Yeah, we want to cycle. I just realized that'll be really bad for us. Because we'll put it on top of our deck. We should have done that in reverse order. Okay, so we can use the Baronne to pop the Baronne. They have to negate. Which means we have to negate. Which means we Fossil Fusion. And we get Skull Warrior by banishing this and this guy. Hacha! Hacha! We use this. We send that to the graveyard. So we can get another Fossil Fusion. And yeah. Gonna Fossil Fusion. And we're gonna make the level 4 using this and one of these. Because now that we've got a 4 and a non-4, we can make this, and then if they don't have a Veiler or a Nibiru, we win. So let's go. No, oh no. Oh no, is that last one a Nibiru? Did they draw a Nibiru? No! Rock. It's a big Nibiru. Let's see here. We can activate this. We can activate this. Skolagos. How close are they to decking out? Not very at all. Okay. Well, we're probably dead anyway, but, you know, I like to pretend, chat. We almost had it. you could switch the attack and defense. Oh, I can! I forgot about that! 3,500. Switch it to 600. Double damage. That's 58. Go in for 25. Play through the Nibiru and everything. Max C challenge completed. They didn't know what... Okay, that doesn't actually do anything. Remember what I told you about people playing Max C and then playing, like, things like Impermanence that don't actually help them? They're like, I had him! I had so many Max Cs! But no. But no. You're fucked. If they make Herald of the Artlight, we're kind of screwed because we need to send things from deck to graveyard. Oh no. Oh no. Are they gonna make Auroradon combos too? Oh no. Oh no. Barone. Okay, so there's one Sadman. Ah, they've got Gigantes. Gigantes, the great big robot. He's in your command. Gigantes, the great big robot. He fucks and fucks and pucks and does some stuff that you won't like. But if you see him on Christmas night, he'll be coming to your town. Something like that. Yeah, you know, say what you will about this. No matter who wins, Rocks win. Ooh, an Applepalooza and a Barone. I really need, like, a Kaiju. Yep, Borreload Savage Dragon. Like, I could normal summon this and, like, special summon, activate the effect, and all of those would just be taken out by the Appaloosa. They wouldn't even need to activate these other two. The one time I really needed Nibiru, although it wouldn't have stopped him. Just would have slowed him down. There's the Herald of the Arclight. And they're bringing the Block Dragon back in attack. You don't even have any rocks to defend. Yeah, this is the power. If you're asking what makes my deck different from Adamancipators, it's this. You know, my deck can do some cool stuff. It can make some cool plays. But if you play pure Adamancipators, or you play them the Go First variant, you have a very, very different deck that does very different things. Namely, 4, 5, 6, 7 negates. Or I'm sorry, this is only 3. 6 negates. You know, just a negate for every card in my opening hand. Yup. Sadly, the shades didn't help us this time. Sometimes you gamble, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you just have to drink that booze. More Exosisters! Moves a card out of either player's graveyard. Alright, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. Summon. Solemn. Alright. I could try again next turn. Hi, Joe. Keep the fossils going strong. Thanks, Astral. I'll try my best. Man, these Exosisters sure are strong. Every time I play them, they completely shut me down without even activating an Exosister effect. Exosister 2 OP. Go ahead, just hit it with the other Solemn. You know, I knew they wanted to. I knew they had nothing else left to live for. Why not? Double Solemn? Sure. Absolute power force. Absolutely. Add one Exosister from your deck to your hand. You are quite close to game. I'm getting there. They gain the 800 back. Nickel Talkus. And there goes my Kaiju Slumber yet again. No, they're not even going for the Kaiju Slumber. They're going for the Doki Doki. Okie dokie. And then along came Zeus. You got this, Mr. Leg. I believe in the rocks. I appreciate it. Might as well while we have the opportunity. Yeah, let's do this. Get out of here. Special summon. Flint Cragger. I think this will force them to activate the thing if they don't want to die. That's 600 plus 800. No, it's not quite, but it'll get really close. Wait, they need 800 to activate this. The effect cost 800. I believe. Yeah, pay 800. Do I activate this now? Yeah. 500. There we go. I could poke him with a pillow and kill him, chat. Very low life points. Lightning Storm. Pot of Prosperity. Turn, turn, turn. Do I have 3 rocks? I don't. Oh wait, no, it has to be Earth monsters. Yeah, I can't banish Nibiru in order to summon Block Dragon because it's a light. Oh, thank the Lord, we finally got it. That's the first win of the day. It has not been a great day so far, but maybe we could turn it around. Barely beat. All these Exosister decks are just Solemns and stuff. Alright, it's been a while since we've had to do one of these. The deck has mostly been functioning exactly as we want. And maybe it still would, maybe we're just getting unlucky, but it feels like we've been getting more brick hands than usual, more losses than usual, and we're close to backsliding down into Diamond 4, and I want to try to avoid that. So we've changed up the deck a little bit. Most notably, we've taken out the Flint Craggers, and we've also taken out the Doki Dokis. Now, those are actually kind of a staple in Adamancipator builds, but I feel like in this going second version, they're not very good, because you have to discard a card as cost in order to use them, and when you're playing into Disruption, that just means you lose 2 cards instead of 1. So instead we're playing stuff like Kokimiru Guardian, that we can normal summon, and hopefully act as another form of disruption, insulate our plays a little bit. We've also put in 2 Called by the Grave, which I'm a little wary of, because it's 2 less rock monsters that we can get off of the deck when we use the Adamancipators. It's now a little bit risky to use them. Not only that, we've removed a Shell Knight and just replaced it with another copy of Block Dragon. I think it's a little easier just to get it out by itself. What else did we change? Oh yeah, we added a Gigantes, which is searchable off Block Dragon, and is also another way to get rid of all the back row. If someone has Skill Drain, which we've been having problems with, we can crash this into something and just blow up all the spell traps on the field. So it's slightly less of a fossil deck now, because the Flint Craggers had fossil fusion on them. We were playing one less Shell Knight. But it's still, at the end of the day, going to be a deck where we're using a lot of the Adamancipator stuff to bait things out, then fossil fusioning into big monsters to close out the game. At least that's the hope. We'll have to see how it runs. I'm hoping this will help. Again, we've got help against back row, help against the bigger disruption decks, and help against the Maxis and the Ashes, because those have just been brutal. I've been considering putting in 3 Ash myself, but again, it's just another monster and another non-rock in this deck that really just doesn't want to run into non-rocks. So let's see how this works, and hopefully things will improve. We can block Dragon. Let's block Dragon. These 3. Block. Let's find a block. I mean, a big old block. I think we're pretty safe at this point. Let's just get our tool that lets us do the tool thing. And then we round out the game with a fossil fusion. See, Chad, we're still using fossil fusion. Who says this isn't a fossil deck? Ignore the block dragons and the synchros. They're still a thought. Look. Look, watch even. We're gonna go into battle, and all these Adamancipator related cards, they're attacking in, they're barely doing any damage. But the one that gets the final blow, it's the fossil fusion. If I was playing pure Adamancipator, no way I would have been able to OTK on that board. Ah, fuck. If there's no way to special summon, though, because I already used Gigantes. I already used both of those, or this one, which is the only one I could summon at the moment. Damn. That would leave me very vulnerable, but I could do it. We just gotta hope they don't play Nibiru, chat. I guess we gotta... Okay, so first let's bait out any kind of Ash they might have. And also get up into this. Okay. We're just using this one. We're not using the other one. Ash. That's... fine? Yeah, we want to save it for the Nibiru. Oh wait, we won't be able to save it for the Nibiru. Either way, we go into this. Okay. Got this. No nib yet. And Almirage gives us a fire. Okay. So we can pop you. Activate. Pop you. Activate. Pop you. And then, assuming they don't have the Nibiru exactly, this is game. Ghost Bell! Ghost Bell! Oh! Ghost Bell! Who plays Ghost Bell? God damn it. And again, this is a thing lost by Max C. I hate Max C! I hate it so much! Tragic. And it's like, I don't know what to say that wouldn't just be me repeating the same stuff I've been saying since this game launched. playing 2 of them. 1 Nibiru, 3 Ash, 3 Maxi. Yeah, just every deck just starts with 3 Maxi, 3 Ash. Alright, here we are. Dawn of the final day. This is the last chance I have to try to see if I can get this higher than Diamond 3. I'd been playing a little bit offline, as always, as you can tell. We're on the 6th day, but it's the 11th day. 6th session, 11th day. And I am 1 win away from Diamond Tier 2. I was really trying to get into Diamond Tier 2 on my own, like off camera, but I got the most unluckiest series of duels you could have imagined. Like, every time I got there, it was like, alright, I get there, I go second, I have a good hand, and then they play Rongo Miniad. And I was going second against, what was it, Agents, and I was like, oh, I can beat Agents, especially since I have Nibiru. So they summon their things, and they start doing all the Venus combos, where they're summoning all these Shine Balls, and I activate Nibiru, and they just so happen to have in their hand the Crossout Designator to negate it. And I'm like, that's fine. What were they going to make, like 2, 3 negates? I can play through that. And then they make this thing with 2 negates, and then they summon Archlord Christia, because they have exactly 4 monsters in the graveyard. Which means I cannot special summon at all, and also they have negates, 2 negates for anything I could do that wasn't a special summon. So even if I had opened with like a Kaiju and an interrupted Kaiju Slumber, I would not have been able to play through it. And that's basically been every time. It's been something where like, wow, this is unbeatable regardless of what hand I have. So hopefully on camera it'll be better. Especially since, as is tradition, we will be putting on our shades as we go into this duel. But what they don't know is that I have a second one. Hopefully they don't have a second Solemn Judgment. Let's go! You got another one? If they do, I think they might still die just from having their Verte ran in, because we know this is the... yeah. I think they lose either way, though, unless this is exactly a, what would it have to be? Like a Torrential, or, Infinite Impermanence? Or maybe a Forbidden Droplet or something. Okay, let's go for this one. Let's banish this, and the Tackle Crusader. Skeliogeist. Alright, double battle damage to 500. We did it! The Shades helped! Take that, Eldlitch! I don't need Adamancipator's to know how to rock! Let's go! Rank up into Diamond 2! We did it! We had a rocky start, but we had a rocky end, which is good, because we're a rock deck, and that's what we want to do. So Diamond 2, now the real struggle begins. Can we claw our way up that last little ledge, the last tier? We've got 3.5 hours. Alright, so we've been stuck in Diamond 2 for a little bit, going back and forth, and it's mostly because we're playing against these decks that are more balanced in terms of spell traps and monsters. Previously, we were able to get away without running any spell trap removal aside from, like, Tackle Crusader, because a lot of the decks we were running into focused on one thing or another, and monster decks were way more popular than spell trap decks. Now we're running into Swordsoul specifically, where they're going to have, like, 2 monster negates and 2 spell trap negates or disruptions of some kind, and the fact that they have both is messing us up. We're running into a lot of infinite impermanences and stuff. So what we've done is we've removed the entire Kaiju package. I no longer think that that's really all that great. Instead, we're running 3 Lightning Storm, and 3 Forbidden Droplet. This will be particularly good because it'll help us get rocks into the graveyard while also going against monsters. It also halves attack, which means it can sometimes help us get game with stuff like Skull Gaios, or prevent, like, if this gets impermanenced, we won't die because we can have their attack. And then the Lightning Storm is something, we tried this earlier, it wasn't working, but I feel like we haven't had a duel where this has been dead in a long time. Where this would have been dead. Previously, we're running into situations where we just couldn't use it. So I think this might work. We might replace these back with just 3 random Kaijus, or like 3 Gamma Seal or something. But here's version 5 of the deck. We still have just as many fossil things as we did, so it's still a fossil deck. It's just going back to the same old Go Second staples I played in every deck for the last 4 months. We could still negate VFD, it's enough. I really should have, I didn't know it would be like this much of a problem, but I really should just have been marking down like every time we run into Rongo Bongo, every time we run into VFD, every time we get hit by Max C. I really don't want to make Jules go through like 4 hours of footage to find all that, but it's just every time. That's nothing. I'm looking at the thing. I write down all the important events, right? And the last thing was we made version 5 of this deck, and then since then it's just been like getting close, VFD, getting close, Rongo Miniad. The world is a vampire. Set to drain. Secret desire. Hold you up to the flame. And what do you want? For my pain. Yeah, and they can just blow up their own VFD. And it's not gonna be in the grave when the thing comes to do the thing, so they can't exist. Which means I just can't special summon anything. I just don't I just want, like, I want to corner a Konami executive and be like, what the fuck were you thinking? What makes you think this makes for an interesting or interactive game to have these cards that shut down the entire game? At least I can attack over that normal summon. No, it can't. I can't even attack! I can't even attack! You've known from so many years of this game that this thing is not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna banish this so they can't bring it back. Or not. And they had Crossout. Yeah. They didn't even need to use this. They could have just crossed out and sent a Forbidden Droplet. Yeah, everything's wind. I can't activate effects. I can't. Again, no holding back. No mercy in this dojo. Okay. Banish this. Pop the field spell. Banish this. We pop that. And then that's game, I believe. Because we can attack into this for 53. We can attack into this with Skull Gaios. And then in the damage step, we swap its attack and defense and do double piercing for 6,000. Oh, is this what I have become? Mother! We have one more. Oh, I still need 2 more wins. Okay. Chat, we're in sudden death. If I lose one more duel, it's over. If we're gonna make it to Plat 5, we've got our Plat or Diamond 1. We're gonna have to do it in one go. So I hope you're ready for sudden death mode. Sound the alarm! Sound the alarm! Mo, yay! My name is Mo, and I say yay. Oh look, it's another Swordsoul, the 12th I fought today, and I said, oh. Hey. Summon yourself a Shoutout and extend into the space. What you gotta do when you're fighting a Swordsoul? What you gotta do when you've got the whole entire deck inside your hand and your field? Everybody knows that you've got no skill. Do 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 do. The P.U.N.K is coming down. The P.U.N.K hitting this clown. Gonna activate Maxi on my turn. Doing all the shits and that you never learn. Alright. So, that tells me that they probably have another Maxi in hand. Either that or they're just, you know, they're just shotgunning it. Also, they get 2 off of that? Why can't it summon both at once? Why can't I just get both? Sometimes the Nibiru cometh. I tell you what. No, I need to normal summon this in case there's a fucking hand trap. Then I'll activate this. Send this. We'll get the fossil fusion. Yeah, let's do it. Vanity's emptiness! Why is this legal, Konami? Why is emptiness allowed? Oh, your soul is empty. You are not but a villain, Konami. Why is he playing that card in Swordsoul? For just such an occasion. Infuriating emptiness. You just send it off. You know, just negate my monster. Sure, why not? Yeah. 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 I think that's it, chat. I'm gonna have to call it. My spirit has been broken. I really thought we had a chance of getting to Plat 1 this time, but the Master Duel ban list is just infuriating. At every turn, every time I think I have a chance to rank up, I get hit by some bullshit that's banned in the OCG and the TCG that should have been banned in Master Duel, and for some reason is not. And this is not an act. I'm actually getting angry about this. It's just like, it's infuriating to see such incompetence from such a huge company. They literally have millions, tens of millions of dollars to get people to study this and spend time analyzing it to make it good, and they still fuck it up. It is... and the worst thing is, right, it's not even like a just Konami thing. It's symptomatic of like everything in our society. We've just got these huge corporations that have so much money they cannot fail, and they no longer have to compete in the market. They no longer have to do anything special. They can just coast along on the IP that they already own and not worry about it. Just coast along on that Yu-Gi-Oh name that they didn't invent, that they just bought from some manga artist. Anyway, I guess let's just go to the end screen. Society Joker arc. And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we bring this episode to a close. In the end, Fossils were able to climb all the way up to Diamond 2, just to be stopped short of our final goal. Unfortunately, High Diamond is a cutthroat landscape, where only the most unfair decks can succeed. And even though we have some pretty unfair cards ourselves, what with the Adamancipator engine and a searchable block dragon, we're hampered by the limitations of having to use fossils. The fossil fusion monsters are all attack-oriented. They have very little in the way of disruption, which means going first and trying to set up any interruptions is not really an option. We have to go second. And since making our bosses requires the opponents to have high-level monsters in the graveyard, we can't make use of this format's best disruption tools either. Like, these two can stop the opponent from building an oppressive board in the first place, but that's counterproductive to what fossils want to do. We need big monsters in the graveyard, which means allowing the opponent to build a board and then destroying whatever they make, which can be nigh impossible with cards like Rongo Miniad and True King of All Calamities in the format. These are still legal for some reason. Get them out of the format, and I'm certain this deck can easily make that final step into Plat 1, no problem, because this is one of the strongest decks I've played on the show so far. Hell, even with the current ban list, I'm sure it's possible to get to Diamond 1 with fossils. You just need to get really lucky with your matchups, or you'd have to cut the fossil engine so far that it's barely even a fossil deck. Pretty much just play Adamancipators if you want to get to Plat 1. That's the easy solution. Regardless, now that it's both the end of the month and the end of the episode, let's take a moment to look over our stats for June of 2022. I ended up playing 159 duels with Fossil OTK over the course of 11 dueling sessions. We won 97 of those duels and lost 62, which gives Fossils a win rate of about 64%. Our deck went through 5 iterations during that time to end up on the build behind me, which contains 20 common cards, 14 super rare cards, and 21 ultra rares. To get those, I needed to spend about 11,000 gems, which would cost roughly $172 if you bought them all in the store at the standard price. Finally, all of this wouldn't have been possible without 391 awesome patrons who helped support the channel. 34 of those patrons donated $25 or more this month, so I'd like to take a moment to thank them personally. Their names are Davon Crushin, Fred Thomas, Kalobe Hamilton, or Kalobe Hamilton, either one, Tiberius Kane Moriarty, what a great name, lol, Cat Monarch, Uber Super Sloth, 01503, Austin Glover, Chris W, Death's Dancer, Ya Boy Slurp, Muntry, Tarquin Cox, Aiden McDonald, Alucard 22, Choppy Rice, Chris Kessler, Cozy Boat 275, Default Titan 97, Dancing Joker, Emperor Lelouch, Long Live the Queen, Matt, Muffin Fiend, Nathan, Nightfang, Penumbra Eterna, Quintingent, Robert Pock, Tayo no Kitsune, Trevor F., Viscount Billy Esquire, and Wonder Waffle. If you'd like to join them, there's a Patreon link down in the description. Just $1 gets you on the patrons-only Discord, and for $10, you can become the influencer of influencers, who decides what deck I play next. Speaking of which, next time on Ladder Climb, it looks like I'll be trying my best to climb with Unchained. You can watch me attempt the climb in real time over at twitch.tv/hardleggaming, where I stream most of my duels. Otherwise, until next time, good luck and have fun.